Hey, what's going on, guys? Chris from Blu-ray Critic back with another spectacular Blu-ray unboxing. This time Bond 50, the complete James Bond collection, including Skyfall in this limited edition set. I was actually going to buy this last year in 2012, but knowing they were going to re-release this with Skyfall, I thought I'd hold off so that way every single James Bond film up to date is currently on hand. So we have it right here. This comes in this really nice box. I can't say enough about this one. This is actually attached by sticker, like one of those little stickers up here. It's like one of those glue things you can unattach from there, but I'll keep it on here just because it looks nice. Let's take a look at the back. Just spectacular set. And the restoration process on all the films except for GoldenEye is amazing. I pretty much give all the films about a 4.5 to 5. GoldenEye gets about a 3.5 because it's just heavily DNR'd. I don't know why they didn't restore that one, but who knows? Maybe down the line we'll get a proper restoration. And this includes, of course, the bonus disc, which includes many different features as well. But overall, each disc has a special feature on its own. Also, all the movies has its original mono track, which is amazing, and I think it's only for the US edition. I don't think they have it in Europe. That includes the original mono track. But let's take a look at the years through 1962 through 1981. See what the back is. Of course, Dr. No, From Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I actually like that one. It's underrated because it's George Lazenby's one and only one-hit wonder film, but give it a try. It's not bad at all. Of course, Diamonds Are Forever, The Return of Sean Connery, Live and Let Die, Man with the Golden Gun, Spy Who Loved Me, Moonraker, For Your Eyes Only. Let's take a look inside. Spectacular artwork right there. And it's hard for me to pick the most favorite Bond. I actually love Sean Connery. So each disc has its own title. Pretty much same artwork on the disc, and you get the Bond girls from each film, which is pretty cool. But my favorite is probably Sean Connery, then Daniel Craig, and then Pierce Brosnan, and then the other guy, what's his name? Always forget his name. But George Lazenby would probably be my least favorite one. So pretty cool. Nice artwork right there. Lazenby's one-hit wonder right there. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad film. People always trash On Her Majesty's Secret Service, but it's pretty cool. Of course, Roger Moore right there. Roger Moore, gave a more comedic side to the Bond films, which was not bad. I mean, they kind of needed it, He's a secret agent, has this humorous side as well. So the next Bond film, Bond 24, which probably will be I think it'll be, it's going to debut, 2015 or something like that. Pretty cool. Man with the Golden Gun. Love the girl from The Man with the Golden Gun. Spy Who Loved Me. Moonraker. Of course, Roger Moore played James Bond 7 times. Sean Connery 6 officially. 7 if you count Never Say Never Again, but that's an unofficial James Bond film, which debuted, I think it was in 1983, and it was released around the time when Octopussy was in theaters, so they were head-to-head, so that was interesting. So the next page is going to give you the credits for each film, starting with, of course, Dr. No. Pretty cool. That's it from there. Let's move on to Book 2, which includes the years 1983 through 2012, of course. Take a look at the back. Book 2 contains Octopussy. I always have a hard time saying that. I mean, I know it's just a silly title for a Bond film anyway. View to a Kill, Living Daylights, License to Kill, GoldenEye. Loved GoldenEye. I thought that was a really great film. Tomorrow Never Dies I enjoyed as well. And then after Tomorrow Never Dies, it got really silly with The World Is Not Enough, and especially Die Another Day with those atrocious special effects. I just don't want to even talk about it. It just pisses me off. Really bad special effects in that one. For a film that was released in 2002, you would think the special effects would have been at least somewhat different, but Casino Royale, of course, came back with a bang, kind of, reinvented James Bond. Quantum of Solace was iffy, it wasn't great at all, but it was okay. It had some decent action sequences, but Skyfall was spectacular. I love Skyfall. Of course, you get the bonus disc as well. So let's take a look inside. Of course, Roger Moore with his last two films. Some nice artwork as well. Actually met the girl from Octopussy at a Starbucks. She was sitting in front of me. I was talking about James Bond films to this girl I was hanging out with, and out of nowhere, she was sitting in front of me. Just imagine, like, you're talking about a James Bond film, and then you actually have a James Bond girl sitting in front of you. So she overheard my conversation, and she was telling me, who's your favorite Bond girl? Or who's your favorite Bond movie? So I started naming Sean Connery films, and she kind of got ticked off in a way, in a funny sense. She wasn't like mad because I didn't mention Roger Moore because she was an Octopussy. So then she says, do you know who I am? I said, no, because she is in her 60s, so she looks somewhat different. So I said, well, not really, but you do look somewhat familiar. She says, I'm a Bond girl. I'm like, are you serious? She's like, yeah, I played in 2 James Bond movies, she says. She was in the movie The Man with the Golden Gun and Octopus. I couldn't believe it. Just shake her hand, and just a sweet woman. But that's my experience of meeting a Bond girl. View to a Kill. Alright. Next guy, I always forget Timothy Dalton. That's the guy. He was kind of too sentimental for James Bond, too emotional. But he played the Bond film twice, Living Daylights, License to Kill. I like Living Daylights better. Of course, the premiere of Pierce Brosnan. He was actually supposed to play in the 80s. He was the original pick over Timothy Dalton, but he couldn't do it because he was in Renegade Steel or some TV show. Yeah, he was doing Remington Steel in the 80s, so unfortunately he couldn't play Bond until his contract was up with the series, so that's why we got GoldenEye in 1995. Sean Bean, excellent villain. Tomorrow Never Dies. And the silly artwork from Die Another Day. World Is Not Enough. It started great. The first hour was good, but then it got silly. I don't know, just didn't really care for it after that. And Halle Berry was okay. She's not really my top pick for a Bond girl. Of course, Daniel Craig. Love this Russian girl in Quantum of Solace. Just love her look, exotic looking. Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace. All the shots of the Bond films from the first one. Of course, Sean Connery, George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, of course Daniel Craig. I don't know why we didn't get any Bond girl artwork right here, but I guess just for the sake of kind of looking like the last year's, because I know a lot of people who bought this box set last year would have been pissed because they would have had to rebuy it. Some people who are really picky with their items, so I guess they just left it out. But at least we got the artwork on there that matches all the rest of the discs. It's for Skyfall, cool. So you got the bonus disc right there. So all the credits for book 2 for all the films. Pretty cool. So I got this for Black Friday for $99. Excellent deal. I mean, it's a steal of a deal for the whole Bond collection. I mean, you can't go wrong. Just a must-own collection. Definitely pick up your copy if you haven't done so. I mean, look for it for a great deal. I got it for a great deal. Hopefully you can too if you don't have it already. And definitely check it out. So I'll see you guys soon in one of my next reviews. Thanks for watching. Take care.